It's that time again. Today we're going to go through my recent vinyl and CD finds here on the Vinyl Jukebox. What's up everyone, it's Ben from the Vinyl Jukebox, and if you haven't done so already, please be sure to leave a like and a comment below this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of my videos. So as you guys are going to see in a minute, this was another good month. I have 11 CDs and 12 vinyl to show you all, so without further ado, let's get started. And I do have a mix of rock, jazz, a little bit of metal thrown in there too, so it should be a lot of fun. Alright, let's get started with first pickup here, and this is in no particular order. I've picked these up online from some auctions at various record stores, but this first one I was really happy about. This is milesdavis, Bitches Brew. We all know this one. I actually didn't have a copy of this before. This is I couldn't figure out the exact pressing. It's really tough to figure these out on Discogs because there's all these particulars with the markings on the pressings, and some are kind of faint on this pressing. But it's a Columbia 360i. It has to be mid-70s repress of this album, but it's super clean, and especially the cover. I mean, very little ring wear up top. Usually I see these and they're pretty beaten up on the cover. So I was really happy to get this for a really good price, and really happy to add it to the collection because I have a bunch of milesdavis already, but this is probably one of, if not his biggest albums for sure. And it was a really good listen. I really enjoyed it, and glad to add it, like I said. All right, next up, I was really happy to add this one too. I'm trying to get all the Grateful Dead studio albums. This is Terrapin Station. Didn't have this one. This is a UK pressing, UK original pressing of this one. And this is a great album. A lot of people say this is the Grateful Dead's Prague album. It has great songs on it like Estimated Profit, a cover of Dancing in the Streets, Samson and Delilah, the epic Terrapin Station. And I really love this period of the Dead, this mid to late 70s period of the Dead, where they had Keith and Donna in the band. And, you know, if you guys have been following my videos, I've been really getting into the Dead lately. I mean, got the sweatshirt and everything, but this one definitely was a great pickup for me. I want to find a promo copy of this because the DJ promo copy is actually, I forget exactly what it's called, but side 2 Terrapin Station on this particular one has the not sure what they're called. You guys will let me know in the comments below, I'm sure. But the lines on the side that, you know, split the tracks up. Apparently Terrapin Station on the DJ copy does not have, you know, those lines splitting the song up. It's just all the way through. So it's just a nice little collector's piece to have. So I'd like to pick that up at some point if I can. All right, next up, and this was cool to find. This is a promo 12-inch single of One Hit to the Body. Rolling Stones song off of their album Dirty Work. Probably my favorite song off of that album because that album is not particularly too good. But this was a cool pickup, and it's nice to just have it on its own. Gold stamp promo right there. Really cool. It has a extended version of the song and an edited version of the song. So just cool to have in the collection, and definitely I'll get a lot of plays out of this one because, like I said, I do love this song, not so much the album, and Jimmy Page plays on this song, so that's awesome too. All right, next up, and I've been attending, I guess you could say, a lot of online auctions recently on Whatnot, particularly Noble Records' auctions, where he is auctioning off the Voice of America record collection that he's been acquiring. And these are really cool. If you didn't know about the Voice of America radio station, started in the 50s, kind of brought American news around the world. So he acquired part of the Voice of America collection, and he's auctioning it off. A lot of the records are going for crazy prices, but I was able to get some pretty affordably, and I wanted to have a piece of the collection anyway. So a few that I picked up here, and they come with these really cool stickers, which is awesome. Fleetwood Mac's Tusk. Not my favorite Fleetwood Mac album, but definitely didn't have it in the collection, so I'm glad to add it. And you guys will notice on the Voice of America records too, tops are kind of labeled. This is how they filed the records, and it's on the label as well. I don't mind that at all because it just goes with the history, and you know, it's nice for a story to tell. And the other cool thing about these records is they are so clean. They were probably only played maybe once or twice each, so that's another plus. He was doing some $5 mystery items, so I got this as one of those 10cc. Look here. Didn't have any 10cc in the collection. This one was definitely interesting, and I love the Hypnosis cover here. It's also a gold stamp promo, but the Hypnosis cover, if you guys didn't see that documentary on Netflix about Hypnosis and their album cover designs in the 70s, you know, working with Pink Floyd, working with Led Zeppelin, definitely check it out. That is a great documentary. Another $5 mystery record. Now this one, I laughed when I got this one. The soundtrack for Starlight Express. I don't know if I'll get many spins out of this one, but just another cool piece of history for sure. This one I was really happy to pick up from the Voice of America collection. I did not have this. This is Alicecooper's From the Inside, gold stamp promo, as you can see. It's got the little flaps that open up too. Album cover's a little worn, but the record's in really great condition. It has the Voice of America labels up there, as well as the sticker from Noble Records. So just really cool to add to the collection. It's got the original inner sleeve too. Picked this one up. It's got the timing strip here, Steve Howe album, Steve Howe from Yes, obviously, gold stamp promo, also from the Voice of America collection, so really cool to add to my collection. And another $5 mystery record. This one's really cool, actually. This one's a funk record, Pockets. I'd never heard of this one before, but it's got the timing strip and it is a white label promo. So really cool, nice $5 find. Now, as you guys know, I've been making a lot of trips to my local Goodwill, and they had some really great stuff recently. Actually, one of the items I have over there, actually I'll get it for this video, but one of the things I found was really cool. This is an album from a band called Stillwater. No, not the Stillwater from Almost Famous, but this is a different Stillwater from the 70s, kind of like southern rock, hard rock sounding. Really cool. This was actually sealed when I got it, but I opened it up because I really wanted to hear it. Not streaming on Spotify. I actually had to find it on YouTube when I was in the Goodwill to just listen to it beforehand. But really cool pickup. I really enjoyed this. I love finding bands that I'd never heard of. And let me just get that other Goodwill pickup to show you guys. This one I have not listened to the vinyl yet, and this was sealed as well. But this is a band called Silverjet, and this is a 10-inch EP that they released. Again, not on Spotify or anything, but this is sealed. And I listened to it on YouTube while I was in the store, and I really liked it. It actually has a David Bowie cover on it, Star. So really cool. I'm looking forward to checking this out even further. Next up, and the last for the vinyl, as I said, I've been purchasing from Noble Records a lot recently, and Dylan from Noble Records has started his own label. Well, he's had a label for a little bit in terms of just releasing exclusives. He releases exclusives through his store, but he just started pressing his own records through his label. So it's sort of like unknown psychedelic hard rock bands from the 70s that he's trying to bring these albums to the light of day, and also these are albums that would otherwise be worth a lot of money. So these are repressings, and they sound awesome. This first one, Dry Water, I'm really enjoying. This was pressed over at QRP. He worked with Chad Kassem very closely working on this. And just, you know, 70s hard rock. I love this one. Really great. Very thick jacket, too. He did a really great job with that release. And his most recent one, George Bregman's Jungle Rot. This is the pinwheel, black and white pinwheel exclusive that he released. Only 250 copies of this one. So really happy to add this one to the collection too. This one's kind of like a little more Iggy Pop meets, you know, a little more psychedelic sounding, a little more raw, if Iggy Pop could get a little more raw. More like the Stooges kind of sound for sure. All right, on to the CDs. Now I left this one out of my last recent finds video. So I just thought that I would include it in this one. I picked this up at Dark Side Records a while back, but this one I was really happy about it. I couldn't believe that I left it out of my last video. This is a promo single of Guns N' Roses' Pretty Tied Up. Just has this song on it, but I love how it's kind of packaged in this tied up packaging. Haven't opened it, probably won't, because I don't want to ruin the twine that's tied around here, but I love stuff like this. I've seen this online before, but to find this in a store, I definitely had to pick it up. All right, some CD pickups, just some odds and ends, but also some really cool stuff as well. We'll start off actually with my most recent CD pickup, which this album just came out this past Friday. This is Dorothy's The Way, and if you don't know Dorothy, just great new hard rock, female-fronted hard rock. This album is awesome. It actually features Slash on one of the tracks, Tombstone Town. Definitely check this out if you love female-fronted hard rock with heavy riffs, bluesy guitar, just killer vocals. Dorothy was actually featured on Slash's last album, the Blues album, so I guess she figured that she would have Slash on her album. But this is just an awesome record, and definitely check it out if you haven't done so already. Next up, and I wanted to pick this up. This is the Beach Boys' Sounds of Summer. I had this one when I was a kid, this compilation, and I don't know what happened to it, but I missed it, and I really wanted it back in the collection, especially as summer is slowly approaching. This will definitely get some spins as we approach the summer for sure. And it's got all the hits on it. I mean, it's got 30 songs on it of the Beach Boys' best, and to be honest, you know, for somebody who's not a crazy Beach Boys fan, this is definitely enough for me. Next up, and I was really happy to find this one. This one is long out of print. This is Joey Ramone's You Know. And Joey Ramone recorded these tracks before he died. This is a posthumous album, but really cool collection of songs put together by Mickey Lay. So I'm really happy to have that, and that cover is just awesome. I love the ripped jeans look. It just says everything about Joey Ramone. So definitely cool to add to the collection. Next up, Degeneration, No Lunch. I'd heard about this band from Eddie Trunk's show. 90s hard rock, and this is one of those bands that kind of everybody thought that they were going to get big, and they just never could reach that next level. They're from New York, and this is just an awesome album. Definitely check them out if you love just 90s punk influence hard rock. Degeneration's just an awesome band. Next up, and I didn't even know this existed, this is AC/DC's Let There Be Rock, the movie, live in Paris. Now, I didn't do too much research on this one, but this is a live album. I listened to it. I think that it's better than the other AC/DC live albums that have come out before. This is just a killer live album with Bon Scott. This has all the Bon Scott hits. This must have been recorded shortly before his passing, because it does have tracks from Highway to Hell on it. But this is just an awesome live album. So if you love live AC/DC, check that one out. All right, next one up. This is Dada's Puzzle. I've been actually looking for a copy of this one. Another one that's out of print, but they're actually re-releasing this for Record Store Day, first time on vinyl. So I might be picking that up for Record Store Day too, but I'm happy to have the CD. Just awesome 90s alternative rock. A little on the softer side, but really catchy songs for sure. All right, next up. And I've been trying to get into Jethro Tull a little more. I was debating whether or not I should buy the most recent album. I just couldn't get into it. So maybe it'll grow on me. I've been streaming it, but for right now, it's really not for me. But I've been listening to some older Jethro Tull, so I picked up this compilation, Jethro Tull Original Masters. This one's great. It has all the hits on it. I do have a copy of Aqualung on vinyl, but I just wanted some more of the hits on CD and just to get familiar with more of the catalog. So very cool. Next up, and this is one of my favorite soundtracks ever, and I found it on CD and I was really happy to find it. This is the Mission Impossible 2 soundtrack. And I mean, this just has a killer sound. This has killer songs on it. Limp Bizkit's Take a Look Around, Metallica, I Disappear, which they did just for this movie. Also, Limp Bizkit did that song for this movie too. Rob Zombie, Scum of the Earth, Butthole Surfers, They Came In, Foo Fighters and Brian May, Have a Cigar. Chris Cornell, Mission 2000, Godsmack Going Down. It's got Buckcherry's Alone, which is not featured on an album, so I was really excited to get this for that, for sure, because I'm a huge Buckcherry fan. But just awesome stuff, and I love those late 90s, early 2000s soundtracks. Those are a lot of fun. Next up, John Mellencamp's Other People's Stuff. This is a really cool blues album from John Mellencamp. I've been getting into him a lot lately. One of his more recent albums, I think this one from 2019 or 2018. I don't know. It's really small, so can't really see it too well, but this is a fun one for sure. And last but not least, and this one I was really happy to pick up for a very, very, very good price. This was Led Zeppelin's The BBC Sessions. Now, I saw the Led Zeppelin documentary a few weeks ago. It was awesome. Definitely go check that out if you haven't done so already. But this one has Led Zeppelin's BBC sessions from early in their career, as well as a live album from a little later. But this is just a really great 2 CD set. I've listened to the 2 live shows on this set, but I have not listened to the interviews yet, so I'm excited to check those out. Those should be really interesting as well. And there you have it, everybody. That is another mega haul of vinyl and CDs for the month. And let me know in the comments below, what have you picked up this month? CDs, vinyl, cassettes, 8-tracks. What did you pick up? What is cool out there? Let me know in the comments below. And thanks for watching, everybody. Please be sure to leave a like and a comment below this video if you haven't done so already. Subscribe to my channel, turn on notifications, share the video, all that good stuff, everybody. You know what to do. And we are very, very, very close to 1,000 subscribers. So please spread the word. If you haven't subscribed already, it's not too late to do so. Be a part of the movement. I have something really fun planned for once we hit 1,000 subscribers. So let's get to it, everybody. Let's get there together. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.